everyone, welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. I am Rob Moretti, back at the gym in Rhinebeck High School for a boys basketball matchup between the Rhinebeck Panthers, and they'll be hosting the Blind Brook Trojans. Blind Brook has been on a roll this year. They're 14-3. They actually can clinch another bonus point for their opponents this year if they get their winning percentage over 750 with a win today. Rhinebeck 7-11, they're in the playoffs. You saw them clinch that spot in the playoffs last week. They're trying to improve their standing right now. They'd be the last team in Class B if the season ended today. So they're looking to improve that 7-11 record. This is their final home game and their final game of the season. So they're hoping to go into the playoffs with some momentum. Opening tip coming up next on LMC Varsity Sports. Welcome back inside the gym at Rhinebeck High School. Austin Lavitt will tip off for Blind Brook. John Luiso for Rhinebeck. And we are underway. Rhinebeck High School, Rhinebeck wins the tip. Cole Lewis running the point. Says Kaplan thought briefly about a three. Blind Brook beat Rhinebeck earlier this season, back in December, 75-38 in Blind Brook's gym. Foul on that play as Kaplan was driving in. Playoff positioning, as we spoke about in the opening, very important. If the season ended today, these two teams would meet in a first-round matchup at Blind Brook, the Class B bracket. Lewis goes up top to Kaplan, gets it in time. 15 seconds to shoot. Down to 10, this is Connor Ligori. Lewis tried to find Paul, gets away, off Rhinebeck, and Blind Brook will get their first possession of the game. Panthers employing a press early. Trojans able to break it. This is Matthew Jaffe. Jaffe over to Lavitt. Lavitt drives in, puts it up, no good, rebounded by John Luiso. Luiso picks up the dribble, they get him for steps, they do. Luiso thinks he stopped, but referee says, no, you didn't. They'll turn the ball back over to Blind Brook. Scoreless a minute into this one. Three-pointer put up by Lavitt. No good, rebound and a foul with Sam Brandeis underneath the basket. And that will be a shooting foul, so Brandeis to the line for two. Makes the first. Coming off, they had a big win earlier this week. You saw it last week on LMC-TV. Brandeis makes the second. That game against Hawthorne Cedar Knolls. They then dropped a game the following day to Hastings. Lewis with some space inside. We're tied at 2. Jake DeJohn-Sante stolen away by Connor Ligori and then fumbled. Last touch by Blind Brook, so Rhinebeck will keep possession. Kaplan inbounds to Lewis. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, 25 now to shoot. Kaplan. Back up top to Ligori. Lewis dishes. Luiso thought about a three. Now 10 to shoot. Almost lost the ball. Gets back to Lewis. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis pulls up, puts it up. 2 more for Cole Lewis. And the Panthers are up 4-2. This is Jaffe. Kyle Mack almost had it stolen. Jump ball. Possession will go to Blind Brook on the arrow. Jaffe inbounds, finds Dijon Sante. Back to Jaffe, thought about a three, guarded closely by Luiso. Swung across to Mack. Mack puts up a three, no good. Rebound by Lewis. Kaplan back out to Lewis. Back to Kaplan, down to 15 on the clock. Kaplan tripped up and they get him for a travel. Three minutes gone by. Only 6 points on the board between the two teams. Nice play on the inside and one for Jake Dijon Sante. Ties the game on the basket, chance to give Blind Brook the lead with the ensuing shot. And he will do so. Panthers have to break a press. They do. Luiso, a little high. He might have been targeting John Paul. Panthers showing press once again. Trojans break it. Brandeis back to Dijon Sante. Across. It'll be a long two from Mack, no good. Goes off of John Paul, offensive rebound, and steps before the shot. Panthers break another press. Luiso guarded tightly, gets it to Lewis. Lewis to Paul. Paul denied, gets it back. Up top to Lewis, now 20 on the shot clock. Lewis to Kaplan.
3 seconds.
7 to shoot. Lewis puts up a three and fixes the net. All 7 Rhinebeck points scored by Cole Lewis. This is Dijon Sante driving in, dishes it to Kyle Mack. A three, rims out, and a foul. And it's against Blind Brook. It's the second team foul, both teams with 2. Lewis, a little left and right, needs somewhere to go. Picked up the dribble, ball loose, picked up by Dijon Sante. He'll pull up. Jaffe drives in, puts it up, no foul, and the rebound by Luiso. Panthers know they need to play strong defense. Blind Brook, a team that can score a lot of points. Might expect them to heat up a little bit, a little cold from beyond the arc in the early going today. 3 from Ligori, rims out. Ball loose, stays in bounds, and it's picked up by Austin Lavitt. Lavitt dishes, almost another pass. That's still Brandeis with it. He'll go back up top for Kyle Mack. Now Lavitt puts up a three, that one off the mark. Got the rebound, got the other rebound, puts it up again, and he's fouled, no basket.
Time.
So Kyle Mack will shoot two. Mack, one of three captains, along with Austin Lavitt and Matt Dubin, who's starting the game on the bench. Mack makes his first. Zach Tenner comes in for Ryan-Neck, replacing Connor Ligori. Mack goes 2 for 2. .2:15 to go, first quarter, tied up at 7. Lewis to Luiso. John Luiso drives in, picks up the dribble, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound loose, and picked up by Jake DiGiansante. Jaffe, back to DiGiansante. Once again, back to Jaffe. DiGiansante pulls up at the free throw line and puts it in for 2. He's got 5 and a 2-point lead for the Trojans. Final 90 seconds of this first quarter. Cole Lewis, now Tenner, fouled on his way up, and he'll shoot 2. Tenner had a big game earlier this week against Hawthorne Cedar Knolls, led the team with 18 points. He'll try to get his first points of the day right here. A pair of free throws. Couldn't convert on the first. Ryan-Neck brings in Peter Gallagher to give Noah Kaplan a break.
Go, box out, come on. Let's go, Austin, get that ball.
Tenner makes his second. First point scorer for Ryan-Neck, not named Cole Lewis. Lewis with 7 and Tenner with 1. That adds up to Ryan-Neck's 8. Lavitt puts it up. Not enough touch, gets the rebound, puts it up again, no good. Rebound loose and picked up by Tenner. Ryan-Neck in no rush, 1 minute left in the quarter. A bad idea, limit the possessions for this Blind Brook offense. Lewis drives in, puts it up, couldn't get it in. Austin Lavitt with the rebound.
Plenty of time.
A 12-second differential, shot clock to game clock right now. Brandeis across, off the fingertips of DiGiansante, and Ryan-Neck will get essentially the last possession if they want. There's 0.6 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Still 25 seconds left. Peter Gallagher, little nifty move, back up top for Tenner, down to 18. Tipped away, John Paul able to keep control. Tries to hand it off to Lewis, able to do it. Now 10 seconds. In the corner, it's Gallagher, 7 seconds, and a travel. So 6.6 on the clock. It's enough time for Blind Brook to get the ball down the court. They let it roll, picked up. 4 seconds. 3 put up by Brandeis, short. Picked up by Tenner just to prevent a rebound attempt. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Much closer than their first meeting. 75-38 was that score. 9-8 after 1 quarter here in February. We'll be right back with quarter number 2 on LMC Varsity Sports. Back with the second quarter. Rob Moretti here on LMC TV. Very good first quarter for Ryan-Neck against a team that blew them out earlier this year. Playing close. Inside for Gallagher. He's rejected, gets the ball back, puts it up again, gets rejected again. Blind Brook, a lot of tall players, and Peter Gallagher does not match up in that regard. You're not going to go over the top. You have to go around them. So Dijon Sante controls, gets it to Kyle Mack. Mack back out to Dijon Sante, and Gallagher quickly there to get in his face. On the adjustment, gets fouled, offensive foul. That'll give the ball back to Ryan-Neck. Both teams at 3 team fouls. Have to get to 7 to get the free throws. This is the game Ryan-Neck wants to play, the close and low-scoring matchup. That one no good by Lewis. Tried to get the rebound, but his foot was out of bounds over the line. That gives it back to Blind Brook. Justin Levine in for this quarter. He's going to inbound. Other 4 on the floor are the same. Sam Brandeis, who checked out. One comes across to Dijon Sante, dribbles through, back out to Levine. Now Mack. Levine across, now to Mack. Dishes to Dijon Sante, 8 to shoot. Fouled on the way up, shot no good. But Jake Dijon Sante, the leading Trojan scorer already, will shoot 2. It's like Kevin Tamucci getting ready to check in for Ryan-Neck. That substitution will come after the first free throw from the sophomore Jake Dijon Sante. Misses the first. It's John Paul who's going to get the rest. John Luiso also checks in. Peter Gallagher to the bench. One more free throw here for Dijon Sante. Trying to make it a 2-point lead. And he does so. So Ryan-Neck down by 2 early second quarter. They break the press. Luiso back to Lewis. Lewis comes across to Tenor. Luiso in the corner. Try to get it back to Tenor, stolen by Levine. Lavitt brings it up. Behind the back, puts it up. Can't get the roll. Picked up by John Luiso. Lewis with a pick. Goes to Tamucci. Andrioli puts up a 3, no good. On the ground, a foul. So Marco Andrioli also into the game. Noah Kaplan comes back to give Cole Lewis a break. So Coach Mooney trying to keep fresh legs on the court. Kaplan just checked in, and John Luiso, the only 2 starters who are currently on the floor. Luiso had a lengthy break as well. Try to throw the alley, couldn't connect, and Luiso picks up the board. Down on the other end, just a little bit too high there for Andrioli. Who you know can go up and get him. He was the backup goalie on the soccer team. Still just 10-8 here. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the second quarter. Broadcasters jinx. 2 more points for Dijon Sante, and it's 12-8.
Way to go, Jake.
Kaplan drives in, puts it up, and he's got his first 2 of the game. Timeout on the floor. 2-point game here in the gymnasium at Rhinebeck High School. We'll be right back following the timeout. So Blind Brook ball, Alex Feuerstein just checked in, as did Brandon Hamlet, who got the inbounds pass. Garrett Hughes, so actually I think 5 fresh new players on the court for Blind Brook. This one taken by Tenor, trying to go post to post. That's an offensive foul. Good job by Hamlet to draw it. So Brandon Hamlet, Alex Feuerstein, Garrett Hughes, Matthew Dubin, and Hudson Powell are your 5 right now for Blind Brook. It's Feuerstein to Powell, across to Hughes. Hughes puts up a 3, can't connect. Andrioli controls the rebound. Kaplan across to Luiso. Luiso for the lead, no good. Over the top foul on Kevin Tamucci. And that's the 17th foul it is. And that will send Blind Brook to the line for a 1-and-1. Sophomore Alex Feuerstein, who will be taking the 1-and-1. 14 fouls on Blind Brook. That close to a lane violation, but no call there. I think everyone lost their balance at the same time. Second shot rattles, hits everything, including the bottom of the rim, so now a 4-point game. Rhinebeck trying to break the press. Tamucci. Kaplan running the point right now. Connor Ligori set to check in soon. This is Logan Spencer. Across. Luiso, jumper, no good. Rebound comes right out to Hudson Powell. Feuerstein will push. Hamlet back to Feuerstein. Hughes. Hughes thought about a 3 there. Decided to hold on to it. Hamlet tries to go inside. Ball loose, taken away by Luiso. Kaplan drives in, dishes to Luiso. Decides to dribble, tries to go for the behind-the-back layup, couldn't do it. Ball loose, picked up by Andrioli. Blocked, but it will stay with Rhinebeck. Andrioli will check out. Connor Ligori back in the game for the Panthers. He inbounds to Kaplan. Rhinebeck down by 4, 3:30 to go, second quarter. 3-pointer by Kaplan, and it's a 1-point game. This is Jake DiGiansante, who just checked back in. Powell thought about shooting, had to dish it. This will be a backcourt violation. Never touched a Rhinebeck player, just a bobble that went the wrong way off a teammate. There'll be a Rhinebeck ball here. Trailing by 1. Tamucci, little spin move, drives in, passed off a Blind Brook player. Now the ball loose, and the last touch by Powell, so Rhinebeck will keep it. John Paul checking back in. He'll replace Kevin Tamucci. And a 4-for-4 sub for Blind Brook. Looks like all the starters coming back in. One tipped out of bounds by Austin Lavitt. It will stay with Rhinebeck. And indeed, those are the 5 starters out there for the Trojans. Up top, the inbound goes to Kaplan. Back to Ligori, now Kaplan again. Spencer picked up the dribble. He's got to pass it. Gets it to Kaplan. Spencer back to Kaplan. 18 to shoot. Luiso puts up a three, it's too long. Kyle Mack with the rebound, and he will push it. Mack dishes. Lavin. Guarded closely by John Paul. Swung across to Sam Brandeis. Back up top for Dijon Sante. Sophomore guard leads his team in scoring to this point, 8 of the 14. Underneath the bucket is Matt Jaffe, his first 2, and a 3-point game in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ligori to Kaplan. Logan Spencer. Back to Noah Kaplan. Spencer in and back out. Kaplan. 10 to shoot. Back to Spencer. Close to a travel. Spin move. Spencer, hesitation, puts it up. Does not get the roll. And the rebound by Jaffe. Mack. Underneath. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded by John Paul. He takes it along the baseline and just heaves it up to get rid of it. Finds Spencer. Back to Noah Kaplan. Kaplan drives in, passes, and one for John Luiso. Luiso with a chance to tie the game at 16 if he can complete the conventional 3-point play.
Go box out.
Luiso nails it, and we're tied up 16 apiece. Ryan-Eck defensively doing what they want to do. You know, that game earlier in the week where they scored 60 was not the way they normally play the game. That one a foul, so going to the line for 2 since they're in the for a 1-and-1. Was that a shooting foul or? Could have at least one shot. The question is it a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot shooting foul? Owen Nishelski checks in for Ryan-Eck to give John Paul a break. It is a 1-and-1, so foul was on the floor. 1-and-1 for Jaffe. And he makes the first. Back end of the 1-and-1 is good. So a 2-point lead. Ryan-Eck with the ball, and still about 15 seconds between the shot, actually more like 20 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. This is Spencer. Left and right. Gets stripped. Picked up by Lavin. They push to Dijon Sante, and he's got 2 more. Leading scorer of the game with 10. Now the shot clock off, 25 seconds left in the half. Timeout Ryan-Eck after Kaplan crosses the timeline. Ryan-Eck will have 1 more possession in the first half. They trail by 4, 22 seconds left when we get back. So here we go, final 22 seconds of the half. Ryan-Eck trailing by 4. Considering how this went the first time these two teams met, this is about as good as they could have hoped for. Nishelski picks up the dribble, gets it to Kaplan. Cole Lewis just checked back in. Fans wanted a foul. 4 seconds to go. Lewis in and out. Picked up by Mack, and that'll do it for the half. So all things considered, not a bad first half for Ryan-Eck. They held Blind Brook to 20 points. They scored 16 of their own. Game still very much wide open for both teams. We'll take a break for halftime and be right back with the second half on LMC Varsity Sports. Well, coaches Mike Welsh and James Mooney went into the halftime break with some different thoughts on how their teams were doing. We'll see how it plays out in the third quarter. Currently a 4-point lead for Blind Brook. Austin Lavitt with his first 2 of the game. Trojans now up by 6. The Trojans, they probably want to just keep shooting and try to get hot. Rhinebeck's defense has limited their shot opportunities through the first half. Lewis drives in, puts it up, back iron, rebound loose, picked up by Luiso. And tried to find Lewis, but missed him. So a quick turnover, Dijon Sante pulls up, over to Lavitt. Kyle Mack puts up a three. First three-pointer by any Blind Brook Trojan, at least. That'll force a timeout for Rhinebeck. Now trailing by 8. 1 minute into the second half. Down comes to Lewis. Mack with a little pressure, but he's going to back off now. Rhinebeck trailing by 6. This game was tied at 16 at one point. So it's an 8-0 run for Blind Brook, stretching back to the second quarter. Kaplan, ball comes loose, and a quick foul, and a technical foul on Noah Kaplan. He bear hugged, put his arms around Sam Brandeis.
Sit him down.
Noah Kaplan's going to check out. Zach Tenner. Well, now they're going to wait to do the sub till after the technical free throws for Kyle Mack. Mack makes the first. And the second. It's a 10-point lead for the Trojans. And a 10-0 run from when this game was tied up at 16. And as the rule is in high school, Trojans get the ball too. This is Mack driving left side, pass inside, and steps. Travel by Matthew Jaffe. Gives the ball back to Rhinebeck. They have not scored in this second half. Scored 8 points in each of the first 2 quarters. They're going to need more than that if they want to win this one. Luiso thought about a three over to Tenner. So 20 seconds to shoot, and fouled on the way by was Tenner. Foul charge to Sam Brandeis. Might have tweaked something on the way by. So Rhinebeck ball. Ligori stops, puts it up, almost gets the shot to fall. Doesn't matter, it's a travel, not a foul. Possession back to Blind Brook. Panthers in a press. Trojans break it easily. Quick juggle there by Jaffe, back out to Mack. Mack to Dijon Sante. Lavitt puts it up. No foul, no bucket. Got his own rebound. And not sure what the call was there, but they're going to give it to Rhinebeck. Up and down, I think, was the call. This is Connor Ligori with it. Lewis thought about a three, had a face full of Dijon Sante, puts it up anyway and drains it. Back down to a 7-point game. Lavitt gets stripped, gets the ball back. Fouled on the way up, and Austin Lavitt will shoot two. Third team foul for Rhinebeck. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Lavitt makes the first. Marco Andrioli checks in, replacing John Paul for Rhinebeck. This will be Lavitt's second. And makes it. After no points in the first half for Austin Lavitt, he's got 4 in this third quarter. Cole Lewis brings it up. Moves around a pick, stripped, and a foul on the way by. Sam Brandeis was fouled. It's a 4th team foul for Rhinebeck. We're not yet halfway through this third quarter. That could spell trouble as that turns into the bonus. Dijon Sante gets it into the front court. Jaffe back to Dijon Sante. Jaffe this time to Brandeis. Dijon Sante goes up, puts it up too strong. Looks like a foul under the bucket on the rebound attempt. So it'll be a Rhinebeck ball. Justin Levine checking in for the Trojans, and he'll replace Matthew Jaffe. This is Levine. Andrioli fouled by Levine. The Trojans catching up on team fouls. That one whacked out of bounds by Justin Levine. 3 team fouls now for Blind Brook, so that foul trouble maybe dissolving a little bit for Rhinebeck. Inbound comes to Luiso, back out to Ligori. Ligori to Noah Kaplan. Dribbles left and right, drives in, puts it up, too strong, came off the back iron. The rebound was by Sam Brandeis. He gets it to Kyle Mack. Mack is stripped, and an offensive foul charge drawn by Marco Andrioli. The team fouls even up at 4 now. Rhinebeck, though, trailing by 9. They don't just need fouls, they need points. Tenner, no look pass back out to Luiso, who drives in. Needs to get rid of that ball, picked up the dribble, gets it out to Andrioli. 20 seconds to shoot. Andrioli back out to Tenner. Tenner puts up a jumper, yes. Tenner has 3, and it's a 7-point game. Levine across to Mack. Mack puts up a 3. Nothing but net. Kyle Mack now with 10, matching Dijon Sante and Cole Lewis for a game high. And by the way, Blind Brook now up by 10. Pass picked off by Levine. Quickly up to Dijon Sante. Couldn't get the layup to go. And it's picked up by Andrioli. Kaplan pulls up. Tries to use a glass. Couldn't do it. So back to Blind Brook. Dijon Sante to Levine. Inside for Lavitt. He's got 2 more. Game high 12-point lead now for Blind Brook. Andrioli over to Zach Tenner. Kaplan thought about it, puts it back out for Tenner. Try to go across to Ligori, threw it wide of him. Timeout Rhinebeck as they try to settle things down. They trail by 12, 2:43 to go third quarter. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back out of the timeout, Aiden Heaton is checked in for Rhinebeck. There's one thing we know Aiden Heaton can do, it's hit threes. You see, did in a game earlier this season against MLK. Hit a buzzer beater in overtime. One almost came wild to Levine. Back out to Dijon Sante, back over to Levine. Knocked away by Ligori, but they keep it. Jumper put up by Lavitt off the mark, goes right into the hands of Aiden Heaton. Ligori puts up a 3, yes! Back back down to a single-digit deficit for Rhinebeck. This is Mack back out to Levine. Tried to come inside for Lavitt. He bobbled and got it back. Levine puts up a 3 off the back iron. Rebounded by Liguori, who hits the deck. He was bumped. It's a foul. And he seems to be all right. We're going to let him get checked out. And someone's going to have to come in. Oh, no, he's not. They're just going to talk to him. He's going to stay in the game. There are 5 Panthers on the floor. And a foul as Mack tried to come around Andrioli. Kyle Mack's not sure what he did. That's a 16 foul on Blind Brook. So one more, Rhinebeck will be in the bonus, which is very important for them. They trail by 9. Kaplan, 15 to shoot. Luiso puts one up too strong. Rebound by Matt Dubin, who just checked in. This is Mack. Back out to Brandeis. Goes across to Dijon Sante. Minute 20 left in the third quarter. Levine to Dubin. Driving in Dijon Sante, hit the bottom of the rim. It's picked up by Luiso, who works it up to Andrioli. He gets it to Liguori. Uncontested 3 off the back iron and then went off the shot clock fencing, so that counts as a ball out of bounds. It'll be a Blind Brook ball. Mack with a 3. Rims out, rebound by Luiso. 45 seconds left in the half, in the quarter, excuse me. Heaton puts up a 3, back iron. 3-second differential shot to game clock. Mack puts up a 3, back irons it again, picked up by Luiso. He's got Heaton. Luiso lays it up too strong, rebound by Brandeis. Shot clock turned off. Blind Brook already up by 9, looking to add to that. They've got 15 seconds left in the quarter. This is Levine, 7. Mack puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound with 2 seconds. Dijon Sante misses, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. But a good third quarter for Blind Brook. They entered leading by 4. They now lead by 9. With 8 minutes left to play. Stick around for the final quarter. It's coming up next on LMC TV. 8 minutes left in this one. Blind Brook a 9-point lead and possession to start the fourth quarter. Dijon Sante puts up a 3. Just a bit too strong rebound. Almost taken by Spencer, but instead it's by Dijon Sante, who stole it away. They go inside for Brandeis. Foul! The ball does not fall in. So it's not an and one, it's just a 2-shot foul. Or excuse me, they call it on the floor, so no shots. 15 foul on Rhinebeck. Levine back to Dijon Sante. Now Mack puts up a long 2, no good. Rebound kicked around, picked up by Brandeis, swatted away by Connor Liguori. No foul. Quickly worked up to Andrioli, puts up the jumper, no good, and a rebound by Levine. Mack. Back out, back in, and first 2 of the game for Matt Dubin. Trojans lead by 11. Lewis back in running the point. He is the Panthers' leading scorer, almost bobbled the ball. Got out to Andrioli, who thought about a three. Instead, he drives in, it rolls out, swats it out to Ligori, who he puts up a three, and he nails it. 6 points for Ligori today, all on threes. It's a 7-point game. Mack drives in. He's fouled. It's the 6th-team foul. And it looks like they do have it as a shooting foul. So Kyle Mack to the line shooting 2. Currently tied for the team lead in points with Jake DiGiansante. They both have 10. Mack now has 11. Zach Tenner checking in for Marco Andrioli. Mack makes the second. He's got 12, and it's back to a 10-point lead for Blind Brook. Got it out to Tenner. Tenner puts up a three. Yes! Back to a 7-point game. Both teams in the bonus. .5:45 to play. DiGiansante drives in, and he's got 2 more to match Kyle Mack. 39-30 the score. Rhinebeck trailing. They've been hitting some threes lately. Inside to John Paul. Just a hair too strong, back ironed it. Ball comes loose. Mack able to pick it back up. This is Lavitt. Drives baseline, dishes back out. Offensive foul. So this is the 17th foul on Blind Brook, but since it was offensive, you don't get the free throws, you just get possession. Anything a loose ball foul or a defensive foul, you get the 1-and-1. So Lewis brings it up, just over 5 minutes left. Lewis. Sure what the call was there, but Rhinebeck gets the ball back. Shot clock does not reset. And just able to avoid the backcourt violation. 3 from Lewis, misses. Trojans up to the front court. This is Kyle Mack over to Jake DiGiansante. DiGiansante drives in. He's got another 2. Leading scorer of the game with 14 is the sophomore. An 11-point lead for Blind Brook. That one tipped out of bounds by DiGiansante. Rhinebeck will keep it. Trojans' biggest lead of the day was 12. Logan Spencer checks out. Noah Kaplan is back in. With 4:30 to play. Bo Lewis lets that one go so he can control it. This is Tenner. Inside Kaplan. Hits the deck. The ball came out. Must have been stripped out by a Trojan. Maybe we'll have a replay angle for you. Not the kind of play you see every day. Kaplan goes up top for Ligori. 15 to shoot. Over to Tenner, thought about a 3. Dishes to Lewis. Still 10 to shoot. Cole Lewis now with shot clock down to 5. Over to Kaplan, puts up a 3. Rolls in and out. And the Trojans control the rebound. Rhinebeck this stage of the game, maybe you don't want to use up the whole shot clock when you have the ball. This is Brandeis. Back out to Mack. Mack puts up a 3 and just misses. John Luiso trying to control the rebound. It's a jump ball, and that will give it to Blind Brook. Three and a half minutes left. This is Brandeis driving in, puts it up, and it rolls in. So a game-high 13-point lead for the Trojans. Lewis gets stripped. Jump ball, this one goes to Rhinebeck. In comes Aiden Heaton, and actually Rhinebeck's going to take a timeout here. So a 13-point lead for Blind Brook. 3:17 to play. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Rhinebeck ball out of the timeout. Inbound comes to Luiso. He's able to control. 25 seconds on the shot clock. This is Heaton. And that was tipped into the backcourt, so no violation. Ref gave a clear signal. 10 seconds on the clock. Heaton has a shot for a three. Just missed. Rebound by Lewis. That'll freshen up the clock. And Lewis can't get it to roll in. Ligori tried to tip it back in. It came out. Tipped out by a Trojan, so Rhinebeck ball. Full 35 on the shot clock. Inbound comes to Kaplan. Tipped out by Kyle Mack. Trojans turning it up on defense. And why not with a 13-point lead? This is Lewis. Drives in, puts it up too short, gets the rebound and gets fouled. And the question is shooting foul or on the floor. They'll call it a shooting foul. He'll shoot two.
Go box out.
Lewis makes the first. Still a 12-point game. Lewis goes 2 for 2. We've got timeout on the floor. 2:36 to go, an 11-point lead for Blind Brook. Rhinebeck trying to draw up a whole lot of offense when we come back. It's a Trojans ball out of the timeout. Rhinebeck showing a full court press. Levine able to get it in. And taken up by Garrett Hughes. Across to Dijon Sante, thought about a three. This is Brandeis, drives in, hits the glass, comes back out. No reset of the shot clock, no rim was hit, 20 seconds to shoot. This is Mack. Trojans willing to take this one all the way down. This one put up and good by Dijon Sante. He's got 16. That's a 13-point lead once again for the Trojans. Lewis spins around, puts up a wild one, gets his own rebound, but drops it. It's taken away by Dijon Sante. And a little pick there set by the official. They'll keep Lewis off of Dijon Sante. Dijon Sante in again, 2 more, he's got 18. Kaplan. Just able to get it away to Heaton. And Heaton gets stripped, taken away by Mack. It's a 15-point lead for Blind Brook with 1:10 to go, so things looking good for the Trojans. They try to bleed out another shot clock. That one off the fingertips of Justin Levine and out of bounds. It'll be a Rhinebeck ball. Matthew Dubin re-enters for Sam Brandeis. Lewis brings it up. Luiso to Kaplan. Kaplan goes behind the back, picks it up. No foul. And picked up by Garrett Hughes. Under a minute to go. Across to Mack. Levine gets it back to Mack, dished out to Dubin, puts up a jumper, in and out. Rebound by Luiso. Just over 30 seconds left.
No foul.
This is Heaton. Kaplan drives in, sees some space, puts it up too strong. Lewis got the rebound and got fouled on the second attempt. Looks like it'll be a 1-and-1 with a foul on the floor. Lewis went 2 for 2 earlier from the line. He misses the first. Trojans have the ball back. Shot clock is off. And Rhineck will not foul, so this will do it. Just waiting for the time to tick away, 5 seconds. And that is your final score, 47-32. Final score, Blind Brook over Rhineck. Panthers fall to 7-12, that's where they'll finish. Blind Brook improves to 15-3 on the season. They've got 2 games left on their schedule before the playoffs start. Stick around for the post-game show coming up next on LMC TV. Back one more time to wrap up a 47-32 victory by the Blind Brook Trojans over the Rhineck Panthers. Maybe not the result Rhineck wanted today, but they did play very well against a tough team in that first half, made them look like they were on even footing, and that could be very important because there's a good chance Rhineck and Blind Brook could meet up in the playoffs. So if that does happen, at least Rhineck can have a little bit of confidence going into that game, knowing that when they do the right things on defense, they are able to shut this team down at least for a period of time. So if they can work a little bit more on their offense, get a little bit more of a flow, it looked like they had a little bit going on in the second half, but just not the consistency they needed to defeat a team like Blind Brook that can get really hot and really effective shooting the basketball. So combination of defense and a little bit of improved offense fluidity could definitely help them to succeed in the playoffs this year. The executive director of LMC, the CEO of LMC TV is Eric Lewis. The COO is Matt Sullivan. The community sports producer is me, Rob Moretti. Camera crew today, Emma Dopsch, Stephen Saputo, and Jack Wells. One more time, I'm Rob Moretti saying thanks for watching, and make sure you stay tuned. We've got a rivalry game coming up next, Scarsdale and Mamaroneck in boys basketball, right after this game on LMC Varsity Sports.